And if built like that, then certain way arranged nearby also, okay, field, then all entire field becoming highly energized, and crop grains that grow. Okay? That was the purpose of pyramid. And at that time, these, how we use those things, using this energy, using Earth's energy, planetary energy, heaven's energy, planetary energy, of what simple structures. That is no air pollution arise, no water pollution arise, unlimited source energies, and they use that. And at that time, they were encountering with other planets, ET, so forth, other. So, will be soon discovered after more our solar systems, like explorations goes on the Mars, on the Venus, on the Moon, here and there also similar kinds of structures, like pyramid, etc. Already recently, several months ago, on the Mars, some shot revealed how many? 4 pyramids type structures. Among scientists, big argument began. Is that pyramid? Or is that naturally made, some accidentally made pyramid type of mountain? 50%, half percent, 50% of scientists think that is pyramid. Other 50% thinks, oh no, we cannot believe it. That's a big argument now. And these things were, many of them, these thousands of them, already ruined or destroyed as this time being, and power become less and less because this time already passed, high energy times, and yet still those things working somewhat. So people call that is mountain of God, or that is magic mountain. Don't get in that area, etc. Those mythologies, and there still remains. But many of them destroyed, but at the same time, some of them still remains. What I'm speaking is not only the Egypt pyramids, like China, deep inside of China, desert, the big pyramids standing. That pyramid ruined, but standing big pyramid, bigger than Gizeh's pyramid. And the people don't know when, how, who did it. People who are living there. That's a deep, deep China. And so it's difficult to visit. And there are big pyramids standing. Same things in American continent. Here and there had a pyramid. Same things, American Indians, because of their memories. Also, some American Indians already living around this time or this area. So they built also pyramid. Though in this area, in this time, all destroyed, diminished. Same things, England, like Stonehenge, built actually around here to recover these powers. About 6,000, 7,000 years ago, this area. But their memories is based upon this. And you know that the island also, like grunge, mountains, the big holes, etc. And France, the stones, the statue, the stones arrangement, or some Spain's area, some Germany's area. Many strange things there. Like, also like Germany, near Bonn, some nearby cities, in the Bonn cities, strange iron poles standing, like that. That iron pole go 20 meters down on the earth. That iron pole, very strange, like that. Never rust. No rust. Exactly same iron pole is standing in India. India also. India. And there are many pyramids, etc., also in Maya, and also like Yucatan Peninsula. And some of them were considered 6,000 years ago built or 10,000 years ago. But some of them don't know, maybe much older. And recently, very strange things after the war also discovered. Near Palenque in Mexico, near Yucatan, when the archaeological studies, the French scientists, American scientists, under those auspices that Mexican government, when they enter in that forbidden forest. And after many days struggles, they discovered in the jungles ruined temple, pyramid-shaped temples. And when they excavated inside, they discovered big coffin, stone-made big coffin, and on that cover, beautiful strong engraving. That engrave, what do they see? Their lockets. One Indian is sitting inside locket and operating machines. From front and back, fire going on. There are many machines there. Edge of this coffin, many constellation signs. That was found before Soviet shoot first the rocket to the star, to the moon. Everyone's so shocked. That is very well known in archaeological studies field, but no one wants to touch it. Because if someone said something about that, then many other people, many other scientists said, oh, that is nonsense, just that. Okay? But that is, of course, they think inside, and some scientists think long time ago definitely encounter, with celestial encounter was going on. But then when, how, where, etc., all must explain. So no one wants to touch it. Only they know that is there. And same thing, many strange things. That map, old map, which took from the up the sky, the earth, ancient map, also discovered in Turkey. And various way, evidencing this ancient time, or one word. And so, ancient times, they were speaking more or less one similar words. Of course, local language was there, but very simple one language. That is symbolified like Tower of Babel, right? Collapsion of Tower of Babel, made all language differences, etc. And when Dark Age began, people started to must hard work, all energy lost, pyramid lost, how to build knowledge lost, hard work goes, and because climate change, energy change, so quality of food change, delivery time becoming more difficult, hard labor needed, then people start to begin the stories. Once ago, our ancestor was living in paradise, Garden of Eden, and we lost that Garden of Eden by the inducing of the constellation dragon, serpent, and we ate bad food, we lost paradise. That story began. Okay? And anyway, after that, this difficult, battling, competing, hardship, materialistic time now became peak. As we go towards this, like Buddha, like Jesus, or like various people started to appear toward the end of this period, they started to say, will be future world, very difficult time will come. Many people die, maybe war, maybe famine, maybe this, maybe sickness, this and that. And after that, people who could survive begin paradise. And those warnings, prophecies began. And nowadays, which you are living, is the end of this dark age. And so you are going to experience, your day-to-day experiencing now, is degeneration, difficulties, AIDS, threat of war, environmental troubles, etc. That will become more and more and more intense. Now, 10 years ago, when I told my students, my friend, in 10 years, every family will suffer by cancer. They will talk, every family will talk cancer. No one believed it. Oh, Michio said, exaggerations. He's dreaming. Because at that time, cancer was still here and there, distant stories. Now many people think AIDS is still distant. I'll tell you, in 5 to 7 years later, every family must talk about AIDS. In 10 years, every family will suffer by AIDS. And anyway, that is the happening. Then, who can pass through this? Those who can pass through this can continue to survive, can develop his constitution, his health, his mentalities, and go. They and their offsprings and begin automatically one world. High spiritualized world. All the systems collapse, like nation, government, religions, educations, this and that. All the current systems collapse, reformed, or new way arise. And those people will carry new world, build new world, one world. Those who can survive are those who are have very strong blood. And day-to-day eating this human traditional food and not go artificialized species, natural species, yet highest quality, good ability of immune, good ability of adaptabilities, harmonizations, then what is making that education directly in the present world? Vatican is doing, or the Jewish temple doing, or Buddhists are doing, what school is doing, Harvard University doing, or whatever Bhagavan is doing. Where is that education goes? That is, you carry that. Macrobiotic teaching, you carry that. You do it. That education is the savior of the world. Mankind, saving mankind. Think clearly. Whatever wonderful government, we have wonderful government, the wonderful educational systems, this university, that university, wonderful hospital systems, wonderful leisure systems, all of them wonderful. But every one of them all becoming sick, right? All becoming priests, fathers, professors, scientists, and these teachers, that politician, this banker, this, all of them becoming sick now. Not only heart troubles, cancers, this and that. Soon will become AIDS, begin, okay? Who do not have sick, or who can heal those sick as a group, as collective people. There were macrobiotic peoples. So they are the carrier of the new world. They were making these old corrupting societies, making order, clean it, and carry ourselves, our springs, towards the new way, new world, and make them one world. Okay? And so, what you are studying here and what you spread after you study finish is actually the work of angels. Work of angels to save mankind and to open new paradise. Okay? Work of angels. That you really understand very well. And definitely that way history goes. Okay? All right? That is order of the universe, definitely goes. Until I reach those things, I meditated so much, I played so much from the time of young age, and definitely that way goes, histories. Now, day to day, you are facing many difficulties or many things, but as you clean, as you make wiser, as you make spiritualize more, then definitely you become the angels of the world. Now I think let's adjourn here about, let's see, 30 minutes. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, we went 25,800 years cycle. The next we went, whole universe. The next we went 200 million years cycles. Next we went 25,800 year cycles. Now you know general background. And now let's go this about 6,000 years one. Right? Our histories, as all phenomena in the universe, is being formed by spirals. Our body itself spirals. Okay? Spirals. Same things. Our thinking goes spiralically. Our society moves spiralically. Civilization moves spiralically. Although sometime in future we can study that. Okay? History also moves spiralically. And we can divide that yang period in period. Yang period is period of control and power governs. In period is idea in governs, lead societies. Okay? Then now you know the history. Right? You recall back high school or college time studies. About Egypt civilization, Indus Ganges civilization, or ancient China civilization, etc. began. The Lithuanian history began. The long time ago, about 32 century BC. Like Sumer, etc. began. We can divide these spirals. Thank you. 12 sections. Okay? 12 sections. In order to know how process going on. Beginning time, new beginning. Okay? Then development goes. Then goes, the reformation goes. Reform of previous age, then development goes. Control began. Then trade, exchange began. Under control. Then by trade exchange, stimulate ideas. So new idea begin. And that idea take over. Then idea develop more territories. More further develop internationally, more wider territory. Then because of idea and idea conflicts, international scale, wide scale, war arise, world war. Then after that, young world war then begin in period, that is space exploration, space begin. space search, space acquire. Then that is in. So start to decay. Decay. Begin. Then new era begins. Okay? We repeat this, yang period to yin period. Okay? Ancient, the time of smell, Sumerians, Egypt, China, etc., India, etc., all begin. And then those countries developed, began kingdoms, ancient empire. Then within that, trade exchange begin. Prosperity begins. And like Greece, Rome, then new ideas, citizenship, law, and also in the case of Europe, Christianity begin. Then, in the case of Europe, Roman Empire collapsed, 4th centuries. End that period. Began new period. That is, Christianity took over. Age of idea began. And then, like new idea, new world. Church started to govern instead of empire or political empire, kingdom, or church governs. Even kings be appointed or sanctioned by churches. Then territorial development, like Europeanization of churches. In case Europe, Europeanization of Christianity, you may say. Or church, Christian kingdoms. That Christian kingdoms more and more spread towards the entire Europe. Then began World War. 2 World War begin. One is from east to west. Mongol invaded. Towards east to west. Crusader. Then, after that, space search. Go to India, go to Africa, go to America, etc. More developed space search. Like new findings of new world, right? Vasco da Gama Columbus, etc., etc. Then began decay of Christian control, like the various kinds of like mismanagement of Catholic. Now began chaos, and there like indulgence, etc. Then Christian church become decay, control become decay. Together with that, people's awareness more developed. 16th century. Okay? Then Renaissance began. Renaissance. New era. Then reformation of Christianity, such as Protestantism, etc., began. Okay? New Reformation age. Then various kingdoms, racial kingdoms, Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, German tribes kingdoms, this and that. Right? Then further development continues and control time. Big monarch began. Bourbon, Habsburg, Romanov, etc. Empire began. Then something like trade exchange, many under that so-called bourgeoisie trades, industries, and industry, commerce, as well as many people around arts, music, etc. Like Beethoven, Mozart, etc., all came out here this time. And new philosophies, the revolution, the individual people's awareness, democracy began. Together with revolution, French Revolution, American independence, etc., so forth. Then, new era began. Democracy takeover. Okay? Democracy takeover. And toward the end of the 19th century. Okay? And then democracy govern. Go entire Europe, America. Then furthermore goes like more and more developed towards international. Various countries changed, setting up the parliament, Congress, voting, this and that, etc. Late 19th century, early 20th century, all. Then World War began. Again, two. World War First, World War Second. Then after that, space age began. Space. Now, South Pole, North Pole, moons, this and that, right? Mars, Venus, etc. Space age. Then decay, right? Democratic, this modern society's decay, chaos. drug goes, medicine cannot work, political authorities no longer, church no longer, education no longer, etc. And then new era begin. New reformation begin. And that we are going, now this way we are going. Okay? This is toward the end of 20th centuries. Okay? This. That is, when we see this history, from here to here, so-called ancient time, about 3,600 years, about 36 centuries. Okay? About. From 4th century to 16th centuries, about 12 centuries. Call that medieval age. From 16th century, 19th centuries, about 3 centuries, 300. Call that modern age. Then 19th century towards toward the end of 19th century, toward the end of the 20th centuries, about 100 years, 1 century. This is called present age. Then future, how many years? 36 versus 12 is what time? 1/3. 12 to 3, 3 to 1, 1/3. Generally speaking, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 goes. Exactly calculate, but 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 goes. Okay? In other words, a spiral of modern civilization, growing and changing, is logarithmic spirals. This, that, changing, okay? Like that. And as it goes, like, okay? One, then next epoch is one, next epoch one, next epoch one, next epoch one. Okay? As it goes, this speed become 3 times bigger than previous. In other words, comparing ancient time, medieval age, 3 times bigger social change and people's change, ideas, societies, cultures, etc. Comparing medieval age, modern age, 3 times big, faster. Comparing modern age, recent, modern, present age, 3 times bigger, faster. Its energy, its speed. So, comparing with, like, Jesus' time, present time is 3, 9, right? About 9 times faster, right? Or 27 times faster, right? Speed, change taking place. And the people are increasingly becoming busy. Those times they don't have to carry the watches, right? But now watches, and hour by hour or minutes to minutes going on, right? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, appointment, this, etc., right? Going on. Busy, right? Going. Energy-wise, also becoming increasingly becoming more and more energy. Using those energies more natural, like wood energies, so more like charcoals, began more like coals, then toward the end of the last century becoming more oil sulfurs, then becoming more electricity, then electronics begin, then atomic power begin, increasingly become bigger towards center of the spirals. Okay? When going towards center of spirals, so everything becomes busy, everything high energy goes. Together with that high energies, explosion may happen. Explosion may happen. Okay? And all factors like empire idea, kingdom idea, Christian idea, Buddhist idea, various spiritual ideas, psychological ideas, various systems, good or bad, front and back, whatever, all historical ideas, all ideas appeared in history, all gather here. Okay? And then there, another, about how many years? 30, 40 years, reaching toward the center of the spirals. That is big catastrophe arise, or corruption of individual human beings, humanity, or if that wisely managed, although many millions of people were dying out, cannot cope with the speed and energy societies, but many of them could survive and go from this center to where? Opposite side of spirals. Opposite. Then, how move from there? Opposite way start to move. Opposite way start to move. Centrifugal way. Move. Slowing down. At the same time, this is materialization. Then spiritualization began. Okay? More emphasizing, more human spirit, human mind, okay? Instead materialistic civilizations. One more going towards center materialistic, one more then going towards periphery, spiritual. Okay? Begin. Okay? Whether how many percent of mankind, either 1% or either 90% or 30%, whatever. How many percent of mankind survive and go towards that direction is again exactly the same thing like this. How many pass through? Okay? And that last period, that means people who are unsuitable for this type of high-speed civilizations and the changing civilizations with high-speed changings, polluted air, polluted water, and everything changing artificially with high energies. That kind of environment, many people who can't cope with it, in other words, don't have biological strengths, psychological strengths, all their decay die out. And the people who have that strength, pass through this and go opposite spirals, begin. And that we are facing now towards this. Another 40 years, maximum 50 years, until reach here. But meanwhile, many people die out. And when about 12,000 years histories, some Japanese research team, 3 research teams joined together, university, computers, companies, and futurists, future scientists who study about future. They got together, they put all important factors of the histories, and they made computers, computer data from 12,000 years ago. Then computers move. Ancient 12,000 years ago, that means about here. From here began data. This primitive agriculture time. Then this, after that, collective agriculture, group agriculture. Then making like cities, villages, etc. Around that time began this. This one. And furthermore, begin like kingdoms, like more like industry, small industry, handicraft type, home industries. Then that began the bigger industry, so forth, and becoming then more commerce developed, and going towards the automation of industries. That is late 19th century to early 20th centuries. Then (1950) on begin electronics age, communication, transportation age. Then 1980 begin bio-nation age. Bionization age. That is artificialization of human species, heart implantation, this and that, etc. Then, year of 2000, begin psychonation age, or psychonization age, mind control artificially, by pills, by electronics, by vibrations, even using by satellites, sending vibration to the earth. Then begin the year of 2020, ultra psychonation age. That is erasing people's mind, basic concept, and program in what is God, what is peace, what is love, what is health. A very basic concept, program in, cancel the memories and put in ultra psychonation age. Then computer continue to describe future world, what's going on. Then at the time of the year of 2033, computers stop. No more data coming out. They thought, strange. So they re-examine all data from the past and rearrange and began. Then towards the 20th centuries, almost the same, begin like that. Again, year of 2033, computer system. So they thought about this time, or either this earth involved great war and human society collapse, or so-called human race, natural human race expire, and totally new concept, new artificial race, that is totally new things begin. This time, or on or about this time, 2030 to 2040, and that. And what happens, these scientists and futurists cannot predict, but they think anyway human history will end for a while. That continued many thousands years, and something happened. So problem is that will show this history reach center. What I made this, what they made that, totally separate. I didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what I drew. But came almost same ideas. From here to this bionization, cyconization, ultra-cyconization age. That is made by power, strong control of government, power, artificialization of people. Okay? Suppose AIDS spread, suppose vaccination is discovered, compulsory by enforcing the law, everyone should have it. Same things, the health preservation or this and that, or artificialization of peoples, everyone should have it. Suppose AIDS more spread. Now, what we should do, offsprings, what we should do, sex. Sex is very afraid things, fearful things. And what kinds of method we take? Technology must develop alternative way. That means to continue the offsprings, totally artificial way must go. Okay? And no more like parents. And so big problems taking place there. And that kind of process, by very big control, political control, financial control, law control goes. And then end of natural human beings will go. The prophecy of Nostradamus is also full of darkness, miseries. this century towards early next century, so forth. However, he also predicted Lot, after he finished this prophecy book called Centuries, he wrote letter to his son. My prophecies are true and accurate. All those things will happen. However, one exception is there. That exception is if toward the end of 20th centuries, angel species spread over the surface of the earth, then my prediction of the future of mankind from that time on will become null and void. There is such possibility that angel race will spread on the surface of the earth. Otherwise, my prediction goes and becomes so much misery goes. That is his letter which he wrote to his son. Problem is, this last 40 years or 50 years, during that time these things going on, whether angel race appear and spread over the surface of the earth. That angel race automatically, naturally, need not to go bionization, need not to go cyconization, of course, need not to go ultra cyconization. In other words, they don't become sick. And they don't need, their mind don't become crazy. And they were keeping natural human status at its the strong and high quality. And that is what macrobiotics is doing. Okay? So, if macrobiotics spread throughout the surface of the earth from now to early part of the next centuries, then there is a possibility to turn the histories without go like this. Behind this, while surface of society going on like that, newspaper, etc., all tells bionization needed, or this goes, heart implantation, this goes, etc., etc., and cyconization needed, and television were going on. Behind that, strong, healthy, new species increase. Then these so-called modern artificial and weak species dying out, strongly revived species will take over the history of the world. From there, going opposite directions and making spiritual civilizations. So, how much can we do is only 30, 40 years period. And I would say, actually only 20 years period. Once major social force. Majority began synchronization. It's difficult to initiate himself, individual people, initiate themselves, herself, himself, think themselves, and do manage themselves. Very difficult. Mind is controlled. So become more and more slave. That's beginning here and there already, right? Mental institution, this and that, and high state public school, etc., giving pills, tranquilizer, this and that, etc., going on. Right? If that become extensively goes, and covering every family, so forth, then no longer they can think themselves, they can take initiative, they can take the responsibility to make new life. If that goes too late, can turn the history. So, practically speaking, about 20 years times to turn this history towards new spiritual civilization. So, after you study the Kushi Institute, level 1, level 2, level 3, whatever, study, please also study, as you are studying this, spiritual training programs, which I'm doing in Beckett periodically. Really understand world of spirit, world of energies, and prepare. Biologically now preparing through the study of institute. Meanwhile, the eating well, right? Biologically preparing. You are getting rid out bad qualities which you accumulated, making biologically cleaner. As that continuity, extensions, continuous purification, cleanings, you also studied those spiritual development and really make yourself physically, mentally, spiritually high and strong. Then you can act as angels. Then you can go anywhere of the world, can start to save the people, and can stop, can prevent the mankind collapse, and make many seeds, plants, many sprout growth throughout the surface of the earth for the healthy, spiritualized new species, which have no longer suffer sickness, which have no longer suffer wild thinkings, which have no longer needed armies, defense programs, big health establishment, various those systems which were built on the fear. These things we don't need anymore. And then same things we become much more free spiritually, and one we understand everyone is brothers and sisters, sharing same universe, same planet, eating similar type of food, so sharing same type of blood. So without arguing, we can communicate very easily and become much more peaceful, happy societies. And then, together with this celestial change, automatically, naturally, go building up the one world families. with very highly evolved spiritual civilization will come. That is my hope for all of you, because my life, anyway, passed away on this planet much earlier than many of you. Jojo Osawa's work, one generation before mine, Jojo Osawa, not only him but other people too, work was the setting up the startings, some showing examples, some small plant, etc. Seeds here and there. So many misunderstanding goes, many unrefined expression goes, many roughness were there, and many things were not well really interpreted, expressed. My age is more refined, more adaptable to everyone, and plant as wide as possible all seeds. Some of them sprout out here and there. Then your time is more and more plants, more and more girls just growing to the trees, towards trees, and making, really starting new one family world. Then your next generation succeeded, and when Polaris comes and passing this Polaris as go more and more, making one spiritual world more and more. Then that world will continue 10,000 years. But everything changes, everything go and down, up and down goes. Okay? That is order of universe. So eventually, that again collapses. Okay? Again changes. But then let's expect again our offsprings, long times offsprings, again recover. Okay? That way, our history goes, future of mankind goes. Meanwhile, we go, right? And they are going, right, like that. Right? One world, spiritual world, then material divided world, spiritual world divided, becoming more and more higher and higher. Of course, begin many like solar system civilization too. Right? And that begin include like Alpha Centauri, etc. Next solar system too. Right? And big spiritual civilization begin. Right? That way history goes. Okay? You understand it. Okay? Then one huge universe cycles. Two, biological, geological order, right, of the 200 million year cycles. Then three, human histories cycles, 25,800 years. Then four, current historical times and its possible future. Those four, don't forget. Wherever, whatever you do it, family life, your occupations, whatever you do it, those things don't forget. Okay? Because you are within that order, right? Changing current. Right? time-wise, space-wise, and within that histories, right? So you can foresee, as well as you can fall back, and you know all the time where you are in the huge change of this human society, the human civilization, this Earth change, solar system change, this galaxy change, this universal change. Okay? Yourself, where you go after death. Okay? All those things let's study in the spiritual trainings, right? Seminars. Okay? What I said today is this visible, physicalized world as human beings, as plants, as animals, as earth, etc. Right? There were appearance of invisible world, big spiritual world. Okay? So that one we study in those training programs. Okay? Live together 4 days, 5 days, each sessions, and eat very simply, grain only, chewing 150 times, and day to day meditate or chanting and study course. Okay? And then would be great. Then after that, really you can save the world, or you can be free, okay? Whatever you do it. That means people who began macrobiotics, and people who understand this, people who understand, right, the spirals, huge spirals, everything is spiral, okay? And its order, yin and yang, expansion, contraction, etc. He is living, he is together with the universe. If one person, that kind of person, one person here, that means he is the one already living paradise, already living one peaceful world. Become two, then two are already living in one peaceful world. If become millions, millions were already one peaceful world. If 100 millions, then 100 million already one peaceful world, living with it, living as one peaceful world, okay? Living as paradise. So we do not care the perishing away modern systems. How go politics? How go governments? How go medical establishment? How go this? How go that? All those things were, you have to divide. Right? When you face some problems, you have to know, okay? Future, or even now, you are facing many problems. Love affairs, or family life, economical problem, or studies, okay? Or this issue, that issue, etc. Someone may be thinking how to realize peace. Someone may be thinking, what shall I do with the baby, whether I should make abortion or I should make birth control or whatever. Whatever the problem you solve, okay? Whatever your problems, first step, you have to know clearly, okay, whether you are dealing with illusional concept, illusional world, or reality. Illusional world or real world. Reality. Illusional world. Illusion. Or real. I wanted to make world one world, world federal government, together with many other world federalists after the end of war. Among world federalists, Einstein, Oppenheimer, Gandhi, Nehru, all those people were all world federalists. I was a young university student. George Osler was also world federalist. And there are many people throughout the world. I was therefore studying or selected as my subject of university, political science and international law, and actively studying how to be future world, law system, political system, government system, etc. By then, more than 60 drafts of world constitution were proposed from the beginning of this century. Most extensive one was the Chicago University drafts. That is, we call preliminary drafts of world constitution. How to elect president, how to elect the Congress, etc. So forth. But while I was studying in Tokyo University and Columbia Universities, started to wonder, after this, suppose if we do organization, we do it, okay? World government. Is that really securing human happiness? Yes. May be able to control nuclear disaster if that world government control nuclear powers, gather that, control, and under one government, world government. But how about human hate, human greed, egocentricity, arrogance, discrimination? How about human sickness, human crimes, mental illness? How about the heart disease, cancer, this and that? What's goals? World government cannot do it. In other words, cannot secure real happiness, practically. So I started to wonder, and I visited Dr. Einstein in Princeton, same thing in Chicago, Robert Hutchins, at that time the chancellor of Chicago University, Upton Sinclair, Thomas Mann, they were still alive. I wrote letters, Gandhi, Nehru, and other peoples. We are all sharing idea of world government, world federations. They all agreed what I said. And they all said world government is needed as soon as possible to halt future nuclear war, but that is not the last solution. Last solution is to discover how to make humanity develop more loving humanity, more healthy humanity, and more peaceful humanity. But everyone answered, I don't know that method. Everyone. So again, I wrote letters. I met them after some months later. Is there any place to teach that method? Whether college, whether university, or whether one person, whether books or whatever in the world, to your knowledge. They said, there is no school, there is no college. You can't study anywhere. Modern educations, Tokyo University, Oxford, Harvard, or wherever, same things, any place, to my knowledge, to our knowledge, there is no teacher, no books. That is historical human riddle. And unless that is solved, we know no real peace. But there is no place to study. No one knows it. If you challenge that, did you spend whole life, whether you can solve or not, that we don't know, but you have to study your own, otherwise no way. So I began to study, standing on the Fifth Avenue and Times Square, watching everyone's what is man, humanity is. Every day, thousands of people. I was watching, look, to understand. Then, some months later, understood. Man is nothing but environment. He himself and his ancestor, generation to generation, environment, including this earth, and what he is eating today, yesterday, 10 years ago, in mother's womb, and their ancestor, his ancestors. By those two factors, decided human character, human spirituality, human health. So if we make their ideal situations, environment and food, then this becomes the highest quality. Okay? At that time, I could really understood what George Orwell was doing. He was doing, food is important and so forth, etc. And so really decided towards that direction I go whole life. At that time, if I was still continuing study of political science, etc., and study of international law, so forth, I was actually dealing with illusional world, law, nation, What is country? Who made this country? Here and there. Right? More than 100 countries. Actually, there are no borderlines. Evidence is birds flies without passport and visa. Animal cross borderlines without passport and visa. But man is making that kind of things. And that man were man-made. Not reality, but in the brain. This is America, this is Belgium, this is this. Illusion, illusional world. Not real world. Real world is mountain there, field is there, river is there, ocean is there. There are many animals living, many plants going on, and man were also living, human species also living. That's reality. Okay? But nation, no existing, yet man brain made it. And we are bound by that. I'm American citizen, I'm Japanese citizen, I'm this, carrying passport, this, paying tax, this and that, etc. Okay? And for that illusional nation, we died in the battlefield. Same type of illusional world we have made so much. Medical science is one of that typical examples. Real cause is day-to-day our eating and our environment. But we are accusing virus, we are accusing this, and trying to defend and destroying those things, making weapons, right? Drugs, this and that, etc. Illusional world. Same things, law system, illusional world. Same thing like you, boy and girl, suppose they love each other, that's reality. Start to live together, that's reality. Making sex, that's reality. Now when they register or ceremony, they are married, Mr. and Mrs. Before that is not married. That is illusion. Illusional world. What's the difference? Living together, eating together, making sex. Before and after. What's the difference? Difference is only paper registrations. Paper registration make from here to there, from here to there, different. That is illusional differences. Okay? Illusions. There are so many illusions, right, on the world. And people, every individual person acting with that illusions. So when, for example, I like to become, I like to finish this college course, I like to become master degree, doctor degree, etc., so forth. What is that? Whether you get doctor degree or not, you yourself is not changed, doesn't change. Even you get a doctor degree, you don't know how to take care of your health. What doesn't change? I'm doctor now, I am superior than others. That is what that illusions. Same things. Got Nobel Prize. What is it? That illusional world. Illusional decorations. Incidentally, many Nobel Prizes shot themselves, committed suicide. You know that? There are many Nobel Prize winners. And many Nobel Prize winners also died by venerable sickness. And what is illusional? It's not really healthy, happy, right? Peaceful world. So you have to, when you face problems, number one, you have to know whether you are struggling with illusional world or you are dealing with reality. Many of you cases, you are try to deal with illusional world. In other words, you are taking out sword and fighting with a ghost, which you imagine. All right? Okay. Battle never ends. Like that world, right? Life. Many of us living, right? Day to day. That is wasting time, right? Wasting energy. As you do more and more, you become crazy. All right? So, as Jesus said, right, we can't serve at one time, at the same time, two masters. We can't ride at one time, at the same time, two horses. Whether you go real world or whether you go illusional world, you have to choose it. If you like to be, I am doctor, I like to be getting high salaries, right? I be belonging to this system, so and so, etc. Right? Then do it. That is illusional world, and you decorate themselves illusionally successful. Okay? But if you like to deal real one, you don't need those things. You need love. You need care. You need health. You need understanding of the universe and right, how to live life itself. Okay? To have your health, peace, and happiness. The second problem is when you try to solve problems, right? Confront problems. Find out the cause. Instead, deal with symptoms. Cause. Or you may say origin. Suppose your husband may have a love affairs. Now, you become frustrated. You become angry. Yes, that's natural. Then, to solve that problems, think. Symptom is your husband is making love affairs. Symptom. To deal with the symptoms only, then you become frustrated, you attack him or whatever else. Okay? But that doesn't help. He's wanting to have love affairs. Think, what is causing this? What is the origin of this? When married together, he said, "You are most beautiful in the whole world." And he was really adorn and respect or love, care. And I also really loved him, dedicated him, etc. Now, time passes, goes. What is really cause this? What is the origin of this? Search its cause and origin. Then may come, maybe I lost my charm as he wanted or wants. Or maybe I am too much henpeking, so he can't stand at home comfortably. So he may be seeking some comfort. Or his way of eating as well as mine's very chaos. So mind become chaos and physical condition become chaos, wild. So he may go here and there. Or he may be eating too much meat, too much eggs. So he can't control his sexual desire. And he may be seeking that and that. Cause there. Origin is there. Cause and origin. And that cause and origin are definitely there within you are living together with husband. There. So, if cause and origin corrected, then no longer that happens. Exactly same thing, sickness. Cancer grew. Because naturally that grew because of cheese, ice cream, meat, etc. So, cause is there. Without dealing cause, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, surgery, etc., then again come out. Same thing without correcting cause, origin, attacking husband, shouting this, etc. Then temporarily husband said, okay, I'm very sorry, okay, next time I behave very well. 1 month, 2 months, 6 months would be all right. He controlled himself also. But soon can't control, again sick. And again begin. Because cause and origin was not corrected. So, so when you confront problems, find out not the symptoms, but its cause and origin. Okay? And deal with it. They may not need to argue or try to destroy the symptoms. Okay? Rather, just silently change cause, either what we eat, either he eats, or either your charm, or whatever. Okay? Silently correct it. Then silently, naturally symptom will cease away. Okay? Then, third, however, whenever you confront problems, problem solution only is not the answer. Turn its situation, present situation, towards more positive way. For that, that means you need always keeping big life dream. Big life dream. Instead, day-to-day, mechanical day-to-day living. Mechanical day-to-day living versus big life dream. What you like to do with life as a whole. Always there, life, big dream. That's never change 10 years later. Never change when you become 90 years old. Also the same dream goes, life dream. Then to that life dream, day-to-day practical life is oriented. Day-to-day life. Okay? If you have big life dream, day-to-day goes that, then you are very happy. Very happy. Because day-to-day you are doing what you want to do, what you want to achieve. Okay? Some people, this day-to-day big dream separate. Some macrobiotic young boy who was a businessman in West Coast, he always knows I need money because I like to set up school, I like to do this, I like to publish. Always macrobiotic shortage fund money. So he said, I will make big money through business. Then I'll give that money. I asked, that's great. What kind of business? He said, I'll make ice cream business. And he said, cost of ice cream so cheap. And I make this ice cream business, and I have connections. My father already promised to invest monies. So I can make many monies. So I said, you are the crazy. You are the really crazy. You are the schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. Your dream, macrobiotics, what you do day to day is totally opposite. Forget about it. No thank you, you have money. He was so depressed. He was so much ambitions. Same things. Someone dealing drugs, selling drugs, marijuana, etc. And make money, $500,000, millions or 2 million, and setting up macrobiotic companies, etc. Actually, here and there going on. Right? Crazy. Schizophrenia. One way spoiling people's, helping greatly to spoil people's. Another way wants to help people's. Schizophrenia. Can't think these type of peoples as my close friends and angels. Appreciate food distribution or food making, what he is doing or they are doing, because many people get benefit. But he himself, I do not appreciate. He himself is crazy. Day-to-day life to be saying a part of your big dream, day-to-day life, shouldn't be separate. Schizophrenia. Okay? Same things, many of our friends working in some other companies or this and that, right? That getting salary, so forth. If your work connected to what you are wanting, dreaming, big way, your whole life, then it's great. Then day to day, even you work overtime, even you work, right? The exhausted, etc. That is, you are pursuing your dream. But if your day-to-day work is not connecting, directly is not connecting of that big dream, you are wasting your life. Your life, 9 to 5, spending for something else, and then 5 to what? Midnight, 12, whatever. Try to do what you really want to do. It can't work. Okay? Can't work. That I'm saying, you are selling, these people, selling life for money. Okay? As if sausage, big hot dog, slicing, this is how much. This is how much. This is how much. 1 hour how much. 1 week how much. 1 month how much. 1 year how much. Slicing. At the age of 65, no one buys. Then retirement. Okay? If you have big dream, which you can go whole life, what is retirement? There is no such things. Day to day is realizing, pursuing your dreams. What 60 years, 65 years old? What is social securities? What is old age fund? What is it? We go keeping until this breath stops to realize, to pursue that dream. Yes, becoming old age, becoming age difference, then method may be different. Okay? Method to pursue, technique or technology method, day-to-day ways may be different. But still, right, living with it, pursuing with it, with these big dreams. Anyway, do not sell your life for money. Don't sell your dream for your money. And don't waste your time, your life. Happiness is where happiness is. Anyone? Where is happiness? Happiness is not there, right? Happiness is not the thing that you sometimes realize. Okay? Happiness is not there. Happiness is not there. Happiness is not that. Happiness is not coming sometime future. Right? happiness is day to day, whether you are pursuing living with your dream. Right? That is happiness. Okay? That state, that living itself is happiness. Okay? So if you are unhappy means you are not living that. Okay? You know, you are wrong with something. Okay? If you are happy means what you are dreaming, what you like to really want to do throughout the lifetime, regardless any age. Okay? Throughout your lifetime, you wanted to do that. You realize it. For that day to day, you are not living for that. Therefore, unhappy. Okay? So that is your problems, not society's problems, not other person's problem at all. Okay? Your problem. Do not forget that. Okay? Then, while you are going, one more thing you never forget, you should never forget, is two. One, humbleness. Humbleness. Beginner's mind. Beginner's mind. Many of friends, I encountered so many thousand friends. Okay? And they studied with me. And I see them, many of them working societies or spreading macrobiotics teachings, making counseling, etc. I'm very happy. Very, very happy, and I'm so grateful for them. But at the same time, I see, not all, but many, I know. Now I can see people hurt. I can see what the sickness. I can see this. I can do this. Right? People are seeking solutions, so people calling them, people coming them, right? More and more become highness. Okay? That is, I'm thinking, what was wrong, my education? Okay? What was really wrong? My education was wrong, probably. I gave too much. I gave too much. I needed not to give. How to see people's conditions at all. And I needed not to give how to cure cancer, how to cure AIDS. But I gave. Everything I gave. So they started to use it. I know. I should not have given those things, and rather I should have let them find themselves. I'm thinking, self-reflection I'm doing this. But at the same time, why did I give to them? Because so much sickness going on. I can't take care of myself naturally, alone. So many thousand people also must share the work and must take care. So I have given. So then what lacked? Probably lacked so-called spiritual trainings. Spiritual trainings. Although in the lectures, in the studies, we are saying chewing well. We are saying the big gratitude, this time. But these people, some of these people, don't know how to chew, how to be grateful, because not direct training goes there. In other words, in lecture going, but don't practice. No opportunity for practice together. That means knowledge is only conceptual. Conceptual. Not really acquired. The realized, experienced. So I began spiritual seminars, chewing 150 times. Although how many years macrobiotics practice, it doesn't matter. Begin 150 times chew. Then there was surprise. First day, 2 bowls, 3 bowls they were eating. Second day, half. Third day, less. They were so surprised by chewing 150 times. Really, how much food need? Only very little food needed. We don't need many side dishes. And they were so surprised. And 4 days later, they were so understand. They have been eating so much, too much. Same way, one by one must go. Really to know it. Anyway, don't lose beginner's mind. That means don't lose basic life. Like, thank you very much. Right? Before and after meals, chewing very well. Grain is always there. And various other very basic one. Right? Don't lose it. If you lose, chaos begins. Right? And because of that chaos, thank you very much. Great. You lose your big life dream. Okay? Then you become unhappy. No longer day-to-day happy. Okay? Second is, don't lose spirit of endless gratitude. Right? Endless gratitude. Gratitude to parents, gratitude to ancestors, gratitude to friends, gratitude to the teachers, gratitude to the nature, to the universe. You may say God. Okay? Gratitude. thanking spirit. Never lose it. Gratitude for patient, gratitude for your future students. Never lose it. Okay? Then your day-to-day is really together with them and also happy. Okay? If you lose those two, you lose everything. Okay? Yes, you may gain money, you may gain Cadillac, right? But no, you lose all your happiness. Okay? Eventually, all your health, all your dream, and your offsprings extinguish, diminish away, perish away. Okay? Beginner's mind, that means humbleness, modest. Second, gratitude, endless gratitude.